Hey guys, Jody here and welcome back to another Sims 4 room speed build. So this is going to be one of a short series because recently I have been furnishing a house for Byden Games and her Legacy Challenge. So we had Chillax Games and she was lucky enough because one, I think I suck at building houses, but two, she built the house and I furnished it inside. Now, with Byden, if you're after her link, well, both the channel links will be in the description below, so be sure to check it out. But if you head over to Byden's channel, you will see the whole house and all the rooms furnished. So the reason I've done this in a separate video or doing these rooms separate is because I have a few stuff packs that Biden doesn't. And I really wanted to be able to get in there and furnish the house to its complete potential with the access of all the items within the DLCs that have been released in base game. So, being the Legacy Challenge, I really had to start thinking outside of the box for this house because one, I knew within the family, within the household, there were going to be a lot of Sims coming in and out of the game. And because the limitation on how much Byden has within the house of money, I couldn't exactly run around willy nilly furnishing everything and creating like 8 separate rooms or even 7 separate rooms of the house. So, in the end, I ended up choosing the option to create one big room and to separate them in the middle and sort of mirror the rooms on either side. So it still felt like a big space and you could still fit like a large amount of number of Sims within the house. And as the legacies grow and keep on expanding, you won't have to expand the house, and the most you'll have to do is change the furnishing with inside of them, which will also give Byden the option to be able to come in and sort of stylize and add extra thing to personalize the Sims, or in this case, the girls' rooms. So I would have to say my inspiration for this build came, it's a personal of mine because I am someone that loves the colour teal or cyan depending where you come from and white. Though I would love to have a teal and white room. But because there's a lot of furniture within the build that doesn't have that teal and white sort of colour, I was left to do with another colour. And I noticed that there were a lot of greens, which is a very similar colour to teal because it's, a mixture of sea greens and blues. So I went with the white. But the more I added the paneling, I felt that it gave a different texture, but it also gave me a Victorian feel. And the more I sat down to think about it, that's what I wanted for this bedroom, was to get in and make it seem nice, clean, but a bit old-fashioned and a bit as if someone had brought different pieces and different styles of whites and that into the room. So they are still the same, but they're different, and I've still found that they combined it together really well. There's a few other things that I find really hard to do within The Sims, and I know there's a lot of paintings and a lot of things that you can hang on the wall, but I swear, no matter how much you add, there will never be enough decoration stuff that you can hang, because I don't know. Like, there's stuff that I will regularly use, and there's stuff that I will have there that I won't even touch because it doesn't have a proper swatch. And I know this is like forever something, like forever the people in the community are complaining about, and I understand the limitations, but I really would love to have other swatches and to be able to come in and stylize like other items that I wouldn't normally use because I don't have the color or the swatches I need. I think after this series is done, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit down and challenge myself by using those items that I don't normally do and see if I can create something that I'm happy with and you guys will like. Because I don't want to sit down and keep sitting in my comfort zone. I really want to challenge myself with The Sims. Oh, I know. What I might do is I might actually get and include the poll options within the Sims room build videos and have it so you guys can actually get involved and vote on what genre and style of house that you'd like to see, not house, but room that you would like to see. I think that'd be like a really good option and definitely help push me out of my comfort zone. Uh, Also, is it just me or is there kind of very limited items that can automatically click or clip to shelves? Because I don't know, for some reason every time I go in to try find items I have to actually use the move objects cheat just to get them onto there. Like, is this just me that the only one that's noticed this, or am I doing something wrong with the height of the shelf or something? I feel kind of silly for even asking because yeah, I just don't know if we're limited in that stuff. But I imagine that you guys will let me know in the comments below either way on whether that's just a thing. So, I swear. Okay, so rugs seem to be the hardest thing for me to find. In the end, I found one that I liked, but it was too big. In the end, I ended up using this flower design one. I really wish I was able to use the longer hallway sort of rug. I could have fitted nicely across the whole thing, and then I could have put individualized rugs on either side, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I also found that once I added these lights and they had like the orange glow, like the warm glow about it, and it made the room really cream, and part of me really liked that. But the more I added the different lighting and everything, there was a curtain on this, like the window to the right. Like at the moment, it looks really green, but for some reason throughout the build, it starts turning into a bluey color. I'll point it out when I see it, and I don't know what did it, but in the end, I had to change the light to sort of a whitey color. I think I ended up doing it to like an off, like a cooler yellow, not so warm. And then I had to end up moving the curtain off camera, so hopefully that'll fix. I really like these vintage flowers. I don't know whether they're vintage or not. I'm gonna call them vintage, and I've been looking to use this sort of Japanese blossom painting for a while. And in the end, I end up putting it on that wall, sort of to separate either side of the room to make them a bit different. And I added that box in the corner there too, so it wasn't sort of so mirror imaged. And I really like that it did that. Other than that, guys, this is coming close to an end. I hope you enjoyed this. If there's other things that you would like to add into this, feel free to download it. You can find it on the gallery if you just use find and follow the origin name AddictiveG. If not, use the hashtag AddictiveG. You'll also find within there other room builds and also a couple of house builds as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys with some photos, but before then, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe so you know when I have a new video. And if you would also like to leave a like, that'll really help the channel out. So until next time, guys, I hope you have an awesome day and I'll see you guys later. Bye.